Hey there guys, and thanks for joining me today on what I would like to consider a small review video, my personal impressions on Helldivers. I am super excited about this game, and I'll be honest with you, looking at the first screenshots and doing the tutorial mission, I actually wasn't that excited, because it doesn't really give a very good impression of the game, but after playing it for as little as 10 minutes online, I was hooked. So, what is Helldivers? It's a hardcore, cooperative, twin-stick shooter from the creators of Magicka. That's how it's put on the store page, and they describe, as part of the elite unit called the Helldivers, players must work together to protect Super-Earth and defeat the enemies of mankind in an intense intergalactic war. And that's actually key, because everything you do in this game is part of a galactic campaign, whether you're playing alone or with friends, which I really do suggest and recommend. Every mission you complete in this game contributes to the war effort, the galactic campaign that everybody in the world shares. What that means, in an essence, you're looking right now at the galactic campaign map, if you will, in the center being Super-Earth, and if it is day zero, you're going to be attacked by cyborgs or bugs or the illusionists. And basically what that means is that you're under attack and you need to defend Super-Earth. And you do that by attacking the enemy and achieving democracy, basically. So the idea is that when you just start out in the game, you start with very easy missions and they contribute really little. But every mission that's completed will move you closer towards the enemy home planet, and you can then attack them. So let's talk a little bit about how the game works. I do want to mention that this game is incredibly beautiful. There is a really high level of detail for a top-down shooter, which is basically what this game is. I play with keyboard and mouse, even though they advertise it as a twin-stick shooter. So the planets are beautiful, and they are varied in biomes. That means that when you're on the mission select screen and you select a mission and it's a volcano planet, the planet is going to be in a volcano style. You have swampy ones, you have arctic ones, you have desert ones. It's really cool. It's really nice, and every mission gives you this unique feeling, atmosphere to it. It's really nice. And like I mentioned, when you're on the Galactic Campaign screen, you basically choose a planet with a certain difficulty, and you can go from 0, which is very easy, I believe, to 12, which is absolutely insane. And that gives you a lot of different challenges based on if you're playing alone or with other friends. The animations in game, the weapons, the effect are extremely detailed and so pretty. And when you're walking around with your character and you move, you transition from walking or running to sprinting, and you grab your weapon, and it all looks so very smooth. I really like it. The game basically starts on the bridge of your ship, where you can do a couple of things. Now, I have to mention beforehand that anything you do in the game is online. You can set your game to private, you can set it to friends only, or to open. The default is open, and actually that works really nicely because you want the help of other people. So you're on this ship bridge, and you can access either the Galactic Campaign, where you can select a mission. You can enter the encyclopedia, where you can read about monsters you've encountered and what exactly they do. You can go into the stats screen, where you can look at certain character stats, and I'll go into detail a little bit more in a second. Or in the bottom here, you have the multiplayer screen, where you can join others. Now, actually, usually I met somebody online, and I've played most of my games with him, so we usually play together and then other people join us, but I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. First, some details on the gameplay and about the weapons and all that sort of stuff and how that works. So I mentioned it's top down, and as you can see, I'm moving around with WASD. I use my mouse to aim, and I have a bunch of other keys that do other things. So what about the weapons? You have all sorts of different weapons in the game. You have a pistol, you have rifles, sniper rifles, flamethrowers, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and of course shotguns. And in this case, you have weapons with either ammunition or weapons that overheat. I hate reloading, especially in this game, because you need to take ammo with you, and I am lazy, and I choose the cool mode of using a weapon that overheats, so you have to be careful not to overheat your weapon. I play with a shotgun because this weapon is all about engaging as many enemies as you can together. I believe it's not as efficient to attack only one enemy, as you can see in some of these game modes. you can set perks. These perks will allow you to become better at certain things in game. And the coolest thing is Stratagems. Now, these Stratagems are really awesome. Basically, they make up a huge chunk of the game. It's basically, as you launch from your ship to a planet, you get deployed. So what you can do is you can use a stratagem to call in certain equipment or artillery or a strafing run, and you do this by pressing a button, and your character actually grabs the radio at that point, and you have to hit a keypad combination, up, down, left, right, down, up, as very old school. And then you grab this little globe in your hand, and you can throw it to the location as a beacon where the equipment or the artillery or whatever you're doing is to hit. So it's a really nice game mechanic. As an example, when your buddies die, you can actually revive them by calling in backup. And this actually requires that while you're under attack, you have to keypad this key combination to get your friends back up. And it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. And I think very important to mention as well is that this game actually allows local co-op. Basically what you can see in the bottom of my screen as well is that it'll say press A to join. That's because I have an Xbox controller plugged in. Now the cool thing about this game, and you might initially think, ooh, that's not good, is the fact that everybody has to walk in the same screen. You can't walk out of the screen, so you are tied together in a sense. But that works extremely well in this game and is almost a necessity, I would say. So the cool thing is that I could actually have someone join me on my PC and then play with the both of us with others online. Very cool. I don't know what it is about this game, but everything that I just explained coming together just works so well that you have such a satisfying feeling playing this game because the animations are good, the menu is nice, the idea that you're contributing to a galactic campaign is really nice, the weapons, the planets, the way they look, and all of the different kinds of enemies. I mentioned a little while ago, you have cyborgs, you have bugs, and you have illusionists. These are 3 different enemy home planets that might attack you, that will happen in the galactic campaign. And they require a different playstyle. They have different special abilities, so you need to really set up your character before you start the mission in the best way possible to fight these enemies. And it just really gives you a nice sense of achievement when you complete a mission with these people. There is in-game VoIP, so you can use your microphone, which is really nice. You might have to mute some people because they might not be using push to talk. Silly thing, push to talk is not the default option, which is silly. But in general, this game is so freaking awesome. I have played it all weekend, and that's why it's actually taken me a little while to make a video on this, because I was just so busy playing it. But I have recorded lots of gameplay. Most of the gameplay you're seeing here is from a little bit higher level. I'm around level 13 now, I believe, from the top of my head while I'm recording this. And it is just an absolute blast. So the game on Steam is €20. You can also get the Digital Deluxe Edition, which gives you, I believe, all of the DLC. Then it will cost you €30. The DLC, it is cosmetics and extra weapons. None of it is pay to win. They are different weapons, and they function a little bit different than the default weapons in the game. But again, as I mentioned, it is not pay to win. It's not like it's going to make you stronger or anything like that. And we need to remember as well, this game is all co-op. There's no PvP, so, you know, it's not that big of a deal anyway. I really suggest you go and check out this game if you like top-down cooperative shooters that give you a really nice sense of achievement, playing with friends, completing missions, and yeah, it's just awesome.
All right, down there. Deploying. Shuttle leaving. T-minus 10 seconds.
It's funny that everyone wants to shoot their gun before they board.